What's up, Red Wings fans? Welcome to another edition of the Forecheck presented by PointsBet. We are live from Little Caesars Arena. I'm your host, Daniella Bruce, joined by Red Wings radio play-by-play announcer Ken Kal. Ken, it's a very special day today. Alex Delvecchio celebrating his 90th birthday. So we wish him a very happy birthday. He's a legend here in Hockeytown.
He certainly is. And growing up as a kid, Alex Delvecchio wore the C on his sweater for, I think, over 20 years until Steve Yzerman took over the captaincy of Detroit. But when I think of the Red Wings back in the day, Daniela, I think of Howe and Delvecchio. So he loves his cigars. Hopefully he can have one today and a few ginger ales. Happy birthday, Alex, number 90. Well deserved.
That's right. And he's actually celebrating his birthday here with us at Little Caesars Arena tonight. So you know we're all going to be celebrating all night.
I want to get
long.
some of that cake.
Yeah.
I really do.
It does look delicious. So we might have to find our way to some of that cake, Ken. But the Red Wings are currently riding a 4-game win streak heading in to tonight's matchup with the Islanders. Let's look back at what we saw on Wednesday night against the Seattle Kraken for the first time in franchise history. We're in the second period because the first period was scoreless, and here is Robbie Fabry on the power play, making it 1-0.
What a bank off the side of the net right there by Dylan Larkin. And Fabry right out in front. Just call the Red Wings butter because they're on a roll, I'm telling you.
Oh, Ken is on fire today, you guys. I hope you're all listening to him on 97.1 The Ticket tonight. Man, oh man. So the second period was a very busy one. Seattle now on the power play, and it's Vince Dunn that's going to tie it up right here with a great slap shot.
What a great shot by Dunn, and he hit a crossbar later on in the hockey game that could have been deadly for Detroit, but he's one of those guys that can really shoot the puck. There's a lot of traffic in front, and that was a big goal for Seattle.
That it was. It would tie the game at 1 in Seattle. Shortly after that, Jordan Osterley slips in his own end, causing a turnover, and then it is Yanni Gourde that makes a nice pass, and the finish is there, so Seattle takes a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, Donato with 2 goals in the hockey game, good feed over as you described, and that was a big goal for Seattle.
That's right. And hey, Ken, you know, the Red Wings in the past couple of years, you might have thought they were done, right? That was going to be a killer in that game. But Vladislav Demetsakov comes back late in the second period and ties this game up at 2 heading into the third.
And again, a lot of traffic in front of the net, and that's where all those loose pucks are going to be, and he was Johnny on the spot right there.
Yes, and then we head to the third period after this goal. It was honestly, like you said, Michael Rasmussen probably, I thought he got credit for the goal at first, but it did go off Vladislav Demetsakov. Great to see the traffic in front of the net. But now we are in the third period, and it's Lucas Raymond, a spinorama, and he lets that puck go and puts it in the back of the net.
The guy's got great hands right there and knows right where to be between the rings right out in front of the goal. He just turns and fires and surprised the goaltender a little bit, but Raymond continues to play well for Detroit, and the Wings need it.
Yeah, his 10th goal of the season would give the Red Wings the 3-2 lead, but Seattle was not quite done here. They would come back late in the third. Oleksiak brings the puck up and leaves it back for Donato, who gets his second of the game to tie it up.
Yeah, it was a sniper right there. He picked the upper corner of the net, and the Seattle Kraken, you got to give them credit. They were on a long road trip and continue to play well.
So, Ken, we would head to overtime in this one, a scoreless overtime, might I add. And here's Adam Ernie with the game winner in a shootout. Dylan Larkin also had a goal in the shootout, but it was great to see. Lucas Raymond had a nice shootout as well, but he did hit the post, so that was a little bit of a bummer.
It was great to see all the balance and scoring. We mentioned Nemesnikov getting a goal, and Adam Ernie right there with the deciding goal in the shootout in the extra time. So it's good for guys like the third and fourth lines for the Red Wings, just connecting and scoring goals, and that really helps the top 2 lines when they can contribute.
That's right. They were definitely contributing in that game. Yeah, it was great to see, like you said, Adam Ernie, who had a great season last year, and he's continued that this year. And Vladislav Nemetsnikov now has 8 goals on the season. He only had 7 in total last season.
Yeah, so he already matched that season high. So that's pretty good with Nemesnikov. And again, they're guys that you need to contribute. And Adam Ernie last year, he was our leading scorer until Verana came over in the trade for Mantha. So you want to see those guys continue to put the pucks in the back of the net. Power play's got to get going for Detroit, but it's good to see everybody else connecting.
Yeah, and another bright spot is, of course, Lucas Raymond and Mo Seider, the rookies that we see leading the way for the Red Wings right now. Lucas Raymond leads the team with 22 points, which is the highest among NHL rookies. He also leads NHL rookies in goals right now with 10 goals. And then Seider leads NHL rookies with 14 assists on the season. He also leads in time on ice as well. So they really are taking charge on this team, Ken.
Sounds like a broken record, doesn't it? It seems like every time we're doing the Forecheck show, we're talking about Raymond and Seider, and they're the best players on a game-by-game basis for the Red Wings. And there's a guy in Toronto that's right on the coattails of Raymond. His name's Bunting, so I'm expecting Raymond to get a few more points today just to pull ahead of him a little bit.
Yeah, he's probably looking at that like, no. We're going to have to take care of that right now. But we do kind kind of sound like a broken record, but it's a good thing for the Red Wings. We needed this. We needed to see some of the talent that Steve Yzerman has drafted come into this league and make an impact.
And let's not forget Alex Nedeljkovic.
Oh, yeah.
He's been terrific in goal. So we talk about three rookies, Raymond, Seider, Nedeljkovic, and he has been outstanding between the pipes for Detroit.
That he has. And you mentioned secondary scoring. We also have to talk about Pius Suter. He's on a 4-game point streak right now, so he's really making an impact. We signed him in free agency. He played in Chicago last season. I was pretty happy when I saw that Steve Yzerman was able to pull that off and get him here to Detroit, and he's making his impact too.
He's good in front of the net. He started off a little bit slow this year, Daniela, but seems to be picking it up right now. As you mentioned, he's got that 4-game point streak right now, and the Red Wings need him if they want to be successful.
And we mentioned that the Islanders are in town tonight as the Red Wings look to extend this win streak. They played on Thursday night against the San Jose Sharks at their new arena on Long Island. So it's been not a great road for the Islanders so far, but they did play well in this game, Ken. So we'll pick it up just over a minute into the first period. Matthew Barzal in this shot. You can barely see it go in because it hit that upper corner so well.
I really love him as a player, and he always seems to play well against Detroit. Hopefully the Red Wings can kind of slow him down a little bit. But, he's not off to one of the best starts, but whenever he's on the ice, he's dangerous, and there's a good look at that shot upstairs beating the San Jose netminder.
Yep, and then we'll stay in the first period for this next goal, and it's a Nick Bonino for San Jose that's going to tie it up as the power play expires. A nice assist from Jonathan Dahlin on that one. And, Bonino puts that in the net and ties this game up.
Sharks are a surprise team, and nobody expected them to play as well as they have been playing this season. They're in a tough division out there in the Pacific, with a big goal right there to tie up the hockey game.
And believe it or not, Ken, this game would remain scoreless the rest of the way, and we head to overtime just 39 seconds in. It's Erik Karlsson who buries for San Jose, giving them the 2-1 victory.
The Islander fans have to think, what do we have to do to win a game in our new arena? I mean, they might want to think about moving into their old arena for a couple of games just to get some wins under their belt. But sooner or later, it's going to happen, and they're just on a skid right now, the New York Islanders.
That's right. And, you have to look at some of the guys that were on the COVID protocol list who have returned. They were in that game, but that was their first game back on Thursday night. And you're talking guys like Anders Lee, Josh Bailey, two guys that are on the top line for the New York Islanders or projected to be tonight, Ken. And then you've got Andy Green, defenseman, that was just pulled off of COVID protocol, and Adam Pelech as well. Andy Green, Trenton native. He should be in the lineup tonight.
Yeah, Jeff Blashill knows all about him. He coached him when he was younger. New York Islanders, though, the thing about them is they're having a hard time scoring goals. Yeah. They have the least amount of goals scored in the National Hockey League, only 33, which is surprising because they do have a lot of talent offensively. We all know that they're a solid defensive team. They have one of the better numbers in the league as far as overall team defense and goals against. But, they have to find a way to score goals. I think in their last 10 hockey games, they've been shut out twice. They've scored 1 goal in 4 games, and then the other games remaining, they had 2 goals. So they're going to try to find some offense, but we all know they're a great defensive team. They got a pretty good goaltender in Sorokin.
Yep, Ken, and we talk about what they've struggled with this season. There were injuries. They were shut down for 6 days. That was their first game in 6 days on Thursday night because of COVID protocols. All those guys making their return to the lineup. And like you said, when you look at the Islanders roster and their lineups, it's filled with talent. And the fact that they're on a 9-game skid right now, I think they are better than what they're playing like right now. And we have to make sure that it doesn't happen here tonight against the Red Wings, that they start to turn things around.
It really is difficult, Daniela, because just look what happened to the Red Wings last year. They split games against Carolina, went on the road against Chicago, and then that's when the Red Wings got hit. 6 or 7 players came down with the COVID protocol, and they lost every one of those hockey games. So I know what the New York Islanders are going through right now. They're very well coached under Barry Trotz. As we mentioned again, they're solid defensively. If they start putting the puck in the net, they could be a dangerous club.
And Ken, you mentioned that they have some solid goaltending in Ilya Sorokin, so he is expected to be in net tonight. And we also expect to see Alex Nedeljkovic for the Red Wings, who has been on fire lately, posting a .923 save percentage. Really, the only game that he slipped up in was that home opener against Tampa.
Yeah, in his last 6 games, or 8 games, he's 6-1-1, and he's just been getting better and better and better each and every game. And Thomas Greiss picked up the win the last time. That was big for him and his 150th career victory, Thomas Greiss. But Nedeljkovic is the kind of guy that has had the hot hand for the Red Wings, and the Wings certainly hope that he's got the hot hand tonight again against this New York Islander club.
So, Ken, we've mentioned a couple times it's a 4-game win streak for the Red Wings. What have you liked about their game, and what do they have to continue to do tonight against this Islanders team?
Red Wings are hard to play against, and when they're playing at their best, Daniela. They're really playing tough hockey in the neutral zone. They're taking away the time and space, and they play hard in both ends. And that's in the offensive zone and also in the defensive zone. And they don't give other teams grade A scoring chances. And that's one of the things I noticed in the game against Seattle. Seattle had some opportunities, but really not any grade A scoring chances early in the hockey game. So when the Red Wings are playing good, they're taking that time and space away, and really hard to play against in both ends.
For all of our betting friends listening today, make sure you download the PointsBet app and take a look at everything they have to offer. For tonight's Red Wings game, the Red Wings are at a -1.5, and the over-under is set at 5.5. PointsBet is giving you the chance to bet risk-free this Sunday night. If your first bet loses, you will receive a free bet refund up to $20. PointsBet has lines for all sports available on the app, so download that app if you haven't yet. And Ken, okay, this is going to be a little difficult here, but I'm going to show you guys
Want
this.
me to grab your notes?
Here, yeah, well, actually, just do a play-by-play of me opening up this shirt, okay? You ready? Here we go.
All right. Here's Daniella Bruce picking up the red shirt. It's got the Red Wing. Oh, yeah, look at that. She scores with the Red Wing shirt. Look at that. There you go. Very nice. Very nicely done.
It is the ugly sweater t-shirt just in time for the holidays. That way you can get yours, but you got to be here early because it's a giveaway for the first fans into the building. So make sure that you get here to get your ugly sweater shirt.
I got to get my hands on one of those.
Yeah. And Ken, before we sign off, I've got to ask you, there's a big game on tonight that I'm sure everybody will be
Red Wings and Islanders?
Yes, that one. But they'll be flipping back and forth between Red Wings and Islanders and the Michigan Wolverines and Iowa Hawkeyes for the Big Ten Championship. Give me your predictions. What's going to happen?
I worked at University of Michigan, called Michigan hockey games. I guess you could call me a Michigan fan. I hope they win, but I will say this, it's going to be a tightly contested game. Wouldn't surprise me if Iowa comes out of the gates and maybe takes the early lead in this one. I like Michigan's team. I think it's better than teams that they've had in the past, but a 12-point spread, I don't know if they can cover that. I just think that Michigan's going to win, but it's not going to be by much.
All right.
It's going to be a tightly contested
I'm
game.
with you. I think Michigan's going to win this game, and I think the key for them is to start strong. They've got to get ahead of the Hawkeyes because I don't think they can create a comeback opportunity. So Michigan, get out ahead of them. This pains me to talk about Michigan this way, just so you guys know that. But I think they are going to win tonight, and I do wish them luck. So all of you, make sure you are tuning into the Red Wings game tonight. Puck Drop is at 7 p.m. You can listen to Ken Kal on 97.1 The Ticket, or you can tune in to Valley Sports Detroit. Thank you all for tuning into another edition of the Forecheck presented by PointsBet. We'll see you next time.